Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Kid Lee, and it's time to take a look at Blood Bowl 3. This is a game that's in the Warhammer universe, and is essentially D&D football. Now, I have a lot to say about this game and whether or not you should pick it up, but that'll be at the end of the video. Before we get into my thoughts, I'm going to run you through this, and we will see what this game is all about. Now, Blood Bowl in general, over the years, is something that's been kind of a niche game. Blood Bowl 2 in particular was very good and very successful. So, of course, the question that would come up is Blood Bowl 3 able to be competitive with what Blood Bowl 2 was doing? So we'll answer that at the end of the video. But yeah, as I said, if you've never seen this before, if you like a tabletop style game, that's exactly what this is. So what you're basically doing is you are creating a team. And then from there, you're actually doing football style matches with dice rolling. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of different options, such as create a team, create a competition. There's a full campaign mode. You can do friendly matches, hot seat against the AI, play online. There's full leagues. You can create leagues against other players, leagues against AI. So it does have a lot of really good options when it comes to what you're able to actually do in this game. But I think let's go ahead and start at the beginning. We're going to do create a team. So currently when you buy the game, these are all of the teams that are available. Anybody from, humans, dwarves, dark elves, the Skaven, the Nurgle, the Elven Union, and so on. Let's go ahead and select just the humans. So down here, I'm kind of covering it up a little bit. You can do a team name. We're going to call this team just the Bobs, let's say. We'll go ahead and we'll hit next. And right from the start, you can say, I want to do everything completely manual, or I want to just basically just do it for me. So I will do the manual option so you can kind of see that. So we'll go ahead and load in here. And very similar to something like the NFL, you essentially have a money cap, at least to start. So you have to make sure you get enough players, apothecary, cheerleaders, the whole deal. Now, as you're looking at the different positions here, you'll actually see like gray little marks, and that's telling you how many you can have at maximum. Now, do you want to go crazy in one category from the start? No. You want to try and get, a few of these players, a couple of these guys. So what we'll do here is we'll grab, let's say, one halfling. We'll grab two blitzers. We'll grab one catcher. We'll grab one thrower, which is our quarterback. And I'm not going to go with an ogre, but we do need a bunch of linemen. So again, if you think NFL football, you'll have your linemen up front, your quarterback just behind them, maybe your blitzers or receivers to the outside, that sort of thing. And so let's go ahead and go with, let's say 6 linemen to start. And I'm not going to buy anything else. Let's go ahead and do a purchase. So it's giving us our breakdown here. We'll go ahead and recruit that. All right, and it's going to go ahead and fill that in. Let's go to customization. So you can actually customize many aspects of your team. Your jerseys, your dice, your ball, your stadium, the name, the coaches. So let's go into jersey emblem here for a second. So you can see our little, one of our guys here, and you can actually switch who you're looking at. I think the blitzer is probably a better player to look at. And so we got a bunch of logos to choose from. We're gonna be the frogs. Sure, why not? And let's go to the patterns here. Let's see here. I'll do a nice little wavy pattern here. You can see how it changed on the uniforms, and then we can go with platelet colors. Like, what do we want our main color to be? Let's go ahead. Since we're the frogs, we need a good green, right? So let's go like a dark green. And then our secondary color Let's go maybe like a brown or something like that. That would make a lot of sense. Something maybe, that's more of a gray, but it'll work. And then our third color, let's go with, should we do an orange? Sure, why not? And you can see, in addition to changing the uniform, it's changing our flag as well. But that's what the catchers look like. This is what the linemen look like, the throwers. Now, the other thing you can do is we'll basically save that. We'll go back. We'll go back to the recruitment screen here for just a second. And then we'll go to players. So these are all the players that we just recruited. So you can click on an individual player, and you can actually go customize. You can actually customize what the player actually looks like and what their gear looks like. Now, I will say, this is not a full price game. And so they do have a lot of microtransactions, and a lot of the microtransactions are like different pieces of gearing. You can actually name your player as well, which is pretty cool. It's a lot of fun when you're streaming it because you can just name all the players after people in chat and then, you know, try and get them killed. And I'm only half kidding. Now, one of the things you actually do in this game with your team, since it's a little bit D&D based, you are actually earning experience points, and you can actually level up your characters. And so there's actually a bunch of different skills, as you can see right here. Here's general, here's strength, agility, there's passing skills, mutation skills, and then characteristics. So as your individual players, like I said, level up, you can then put points and unlock new skills and make them better. So kind of like D&D, when you're leveling up, you always want more spells or whatever. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit back here. But yeah, this gives you a nice outline of what your team looks like. Do your players have any skills? You can see that right here. What's their value? And then the SPP here on the side is those leveling points. Again, down here at the bottom, you can see if you've bought any like apothecary, which is like your healing, cheerleaders, coaches, rerolls, and all that fun stuff. So the game actually does a pretty good job of letting you put a team together and sort of building it out the way you want, customizing and all that fun stuff. So not too bad. A couple other quick things I'll show you if we go back under play here for a second. As I did mention, there is a full campaign for the game, which is very nice. But if you're not into that, you can, like I said, you can jump into the friendly matches or competitions. You can make your own competition, your own league, and all that fun stuff. So I think without further ado, we will go ahead and jump into an actual game, and I'll show you how this plays. So yeah, we'll just do a friendly match against the AI. We'll go to my teams here, and we're actually going to use my dwarf team. And we'll go ahead and we'll go against a, let's say we go against a human team. Let's see, actually the Imperial Nobility, that'll work. Go to match settings here real fast, and I'm going to take the time limit down to nothing so I can talk to you guys as I'm doing this. All right, let's go, as the Mario says. All right, loading on in. All right, and then with our extra money, depending on how much money you have, you can actually buy extra rerolls or bribes or healing. These are all basically passives or things that you can do in the game that will help you out. So as an example here, an assistant coach, these part-time assistant coaches are added to those of your team for the duration of the match. Each assistant coach brings a bonus to certain kickoff events results, such as brilliant coaching. So I'm not going to buy anything. We'll just ready up. All right. The Goblin's going to flip a coin here. And I will go ahead and receive the ball. Okay. So let me explain what we're seeing on the screen here. And as I've mentioned a couple times already, very NFL football-esque. So this is a turn-based game. And at the top of the screen, you can see how many turns you get before halftime. So basically 8 turns, halftime, and then 8 more turns. So you want to try and score as many times as you can in those 8 different turns. So per turn, I can move each one of my characters. And then once I'm done, it then goes to the opponent. They play, and then it comes back to me. So every player during their turn, they can do a number of things based on their position on the field and what they may or may not be doing. So I'll try and just roll through this as we get into it. A few other things. There's a bunch of options as far as like changing the camera, pitch, elevation, whether or not you're seeing like the grid on the screen. You can see I'm turning that on and off. You can do little things like above their heads display their skills. So just a lot of little things like that that you can turn on and off, which is pretty cool. But since I'm receiving the ball, I'm getting a chance to position my guys. So we have to adjust a couple of guys here. So Ron Allen here is my Troll Slayer. He's basically my big, tough dwarf, and so he's dead center, and he's going to try and take out these guys. We got Synapse here, so we're going to go ahead and move Synapse up. And over here we've got, let's see here. This guy will move up to here. And Macaruso is my ball runner. And then Raji basically backs up Macaruso. So over here we have a dwarf blocker lineman. Here we have a blitzer. Then lineman. Over on this other side, JT's our blitzer, and then another lineman. So everything is set up and ready to go. So I'll end my turn. And we'll go ahead and get the ball to me. So the opponent will kick the ball to me, which they just did. And it's going to land right there. Beautiful. All right. So I've mentioned several times that this is kind of like D&D. The D&D aspect is you're literally fighting them. You can knock them out, you can injure them, you can kill them, and they can do the same to you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy right here, and we're going to attack this guy. So we have a dice roll that happens. In addition to that, there are marked and assists happening. So Mirat is essentially going to assist this guy in attacking him. And that's why we're getting 2 die displayed, because the strength levels, it actually measures those. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 2 options here. We have a defender stumbles and a push. We will do a defender stumbles. And then I get to choose what direction we're going to push him and or knock him down. And I'm going to say straight. And then there we go. So it's rolling an injury. So this guy is down and he's stunned, which is why he's got like the little loopy stars going. All right, here we go. So we have a push, and then we have a both down. Now, as I look at their skills that are right up here, I notice that both of them have block. So the both down is actually not going to happen. Instead, they're basically going to bonk heads, and nothing is going to happen. So instead, I'm going to do a push. We'll push him back. Okay. And next we'll take Ron Allen. So we're basically clearing them out. Here's the POW block. POW block is the best thing you can get. This means I am going to knock them down. And we injured a guy. Very nice. So you see that guy has been removed from the field. So one of the things you want to try and do is injure them enough to where they start losing players, and then you outnumber them, and it makes it easier. All right, next thing I'm going to do is we're going to have Lone Double Agent come here, so I'm basically within striking distance of this guy. Now, if anybody has played D&D, you might know that there is a thing in combat called, and the word just escaped me. But basically, it's when you're within melee range of another person, if you try and move away from, or opportunity of attack, that's the word I was looking for. So this game has opportunity of attack. So now that Lone Double Agent is within striking distance of this guy, if he tries to move away or I try and move away, you get a free hit on him. If they can hit you. All right, I'm going to have Jalen do a blitz. And so they both have blocks, so that's not good. So let's take Defender Stumbles. I'm going to try and push him towards the edge of the field here. Nice. KO, man, we're getting really lucky here. So whenever you see a cutscene like that, that means that there was an armor break. And an armor break usually means an injury. So right now, they're -2, which is fantastic. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take Mirat up. I'm going to move him to here. Again, we're just trying to move him into striking distance. Same on this side. Take Forster, move him up. Same over here, so we'll have Line Walker move up just a little bit. And I'm going to have JT move up just a little bit. All right, so now we can look at the ball situation. So Macaruso, go ahead and grab the ball. Now we get our first offensive die roll here. You see he only has a 67% chance to pick up the ball. Now if he had higher agility, which is something we can work on as far as his level, that is a percentage that would go up. But at the moment, he's only a level 3 character, and so it's 67%. So here we go. He rolled a 2, which is a failure. He rolled another 2, that's a failure and a turnover. So a turnover happens whenever you make a mistake. And he just made a mistake. He got KO'd, and it's an instant turnover back to me. So one of the big things about this game when you're playing it and you're going through all of your characters doing their moves, you know, running, blocking, hitting, or whatever, you always want to do the least risky play to the most risky play. Because as I said, if you make a mistake like that, it's a turnover and you lose the rest of your turn. So now we can go ahead and start working on beating up some more of these guys. So I'm going to have Jalen... Actually, what I'll have is Lone Double Agent move over to here. So we're kind of like surrounding these guys. We'll have Jalen come over, and I'm going to reposition him about here. So what I'm going to try and do is set up a wall. So what I'm going to do is, if Macaruso can pick up the ball, I'm going to have Macaruso rush down this side towards the end zone. So I want to keep all the humans out of this area, so they'll leave Macaruso alone. At least that's my goal, anyway. So we'll move this guy up. We'll move Synapse up. We'll take Ron Allen. We're going to blitz this guy. I'll take the Defender Stumbles. We'll push him back to here. Okay, he's down, but he's not out. I'm going to go ahead and take Raji and move Raji up to here. Okay, let's go back over here. JT, smash. Okay, they both have blocks, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Line Walker. Pow block, beautiful. Knock him down. All right, let's go ahead and try and pick up this ball one more time. Come on, Macaruso. There, he got it. All right, let's start running. Now, Macaruso, he has a skill where he has extra movement, so he can move very, very far. Now, something else that's a little bit interesting, I moved his maximum allowance, but you'll notice I can actually move him a little bit further, and this is a rush. But a rush requires a dice roll. So it's basically like, all right, you're done moving, but hey, if you want to take the chance, you could move a little bit more. But if you fail, you're going to lose the ball, and it's going to be a turnover. So it's like, well, how much do you want to risk it, you know? So I'll say no, you're fine right there. And we'll go ahead and do Forster on this guy. You see only a single die on this. This is a one-on-one. So now this is bad. This is me attacking him, but he's going to counter me, knock me down, and it's a turnover. So I could burn one of my rerolls to reroll this die, but I only have 2 rerolls. I want to save it, so let's just take the turnover. I was done with my turn anyway. It doesn't matter. Sometimes a turnover's fine, like in that scenario right there. All right, let's see what they're going to do. See if they can get my ball carrier. But again, I have a wall set up here. So they can't go through the wall, not unless they're really lucky. Oh, here comes a guy. Oh, he did. He went around one guy. But he failed. He tried to rush. He failed at the turnover. So, big mistake on his part. All right, Matt Caruso, head towards the end zone. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take Jalen here, and we're going to put Jalen right next to Matt Caruso. And I'm going to create a cage, or at least try and make a cage around him so that the enemies can't get to him. And we'll move up Raji. All right, Mirat, smack this guy. Awesome, pow block. Push him away. Okay, he's down. You want to smack this guy. Defender stumbles. Nice. Okay. So that freed up Lone Double Agent. So now Lone Double Agent can move away without an attack of opportunity happening. So we'll go ahead and put you right here. Again, we're just trying to protect our ball carrier. All right. Forster got knocked down. Forster, get back up. And then we'll take Synapse, move him to here. We'll have Ron Allen blitz this guy. And so normally this would be a both down, but the enemy does not have block, so he goes down and I don't. Again, that's all the skills just, you know, working into the play there. All right, JT pop this guy. And we'll do a push. Or at least I tried to do a push. He has a skill. I think it's Juggernaut. Or no, Stand Firm. So this player cannot be pushed back. He also has block. So basically I could do nothing there. All right, Line Walker, can you knock him down? Nope. So this is, again, we can't push him. I'm smacking him, but nothing's happening. All right, so that's the end of my turn. We'll see what they can do here. They're trying to get over here to stop me from scoring. Oh, no, I lost a dwarf. So I can choose to use an apothecary here. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. Again, this is essentially healing him. He still gets sent off, but he's not, like, injured. If you have a really bad permanent injury on a character, that can actually affect their stats. So you want to make sure you have a good medical team. All right, Matt Caruso, can you score? Yes, you can. And boom, there's a touchdown. That only took me about 4 turns. So, not bad, not bad. That's actually pretty quick. But yeah, basically that is Blood Bowl in a nutshell. It can get pretty crazy with all of the levels up and skills and points and how you actually play the game. And the teams do not play the same. So, like, the dwarves are very tough and they're bashy. And they like to run the ball, where if you're playing an elf team, as an example, they're like super fast and elusive, and they throw the ball, and so it's all about kind of finding a race that you like playing, and then yeah, just customizing and having fun and doing everything that I just showed you. So I've been having a lot of fun with this game. I had a lot of fun with Blood Bowl 2, and I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Let's get into the problems that this game has. So at the time that I'm shooting this video, the reviews on Steam are mostly negative. And there's a few reasons why. One, the devs got pretty lazy with this game. And it boggles my mind on why. It's not programmed as well. It's buggy. Sometimes there's game-breaking bugs. There's sometimes where you're in the interface, and the interface just breaks. And comparing it to the features that came with Blood Bowl 2, it's missing features. It doesn't have near the customization. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. It's not as good as Blood Bowl 2. And it's great that it's not a full-price game. But there's a lot of microtransactions. And they took away so much of the customization and put that into microtransactions. That really sucks. And like I said, even though that I've been having a good time with the game, I can still see all of these things that are happening. And so, like, would I recommend that you would buy this game? And I have a double answer for that. One, if you are if you're a hardcore Blood Bowl player, or if you really like games like this, or if you are into Warhammer, my answer is probably going to be no. Wait and see if they fix it. But if you're someone who's new to this, you never played Blood Bowl 1 and 2, this looks interesting to you, then I would say you could probably pick it up, with the caveat of just beware of all of the potential issues. And with PC games, it's always one of those things where you can have one game and 2 people will have an issue and 3 people won't. It's one of those deals. But yeah, it's a darn shame, because I was really looking forward to this and was really hoping that it would be like Blood Bowl 2, but just better in every way, and it's just not. I mean, the only thing I can say as far as being better, like visually it looks better, and it plays great, but just everything else that goes along with it just kind of sucks. And they even like reused assets. I was reading online that they reused like some of the same commentary as Blood Bowl 2, and it's like, when you're doing stuff like that, it's bad. And I had the commentary turned off for this match, so I wasn't like trying to talk over it. But you'll play a match, and there will be like a line of dialogue, and the commentators will say it like 7 times. And you would think in something like this, you program it to where, okay, the computer just said this line of dialogue. Do not say this line of dialogue for the rest of this match. But no, they'll say like the same thing over and over again. So it's, like I said, it kind of sucks. But it's got a lot going for it in some aspects. And again, Blood Bowl 2 was very, very good. So hopefully over the next 6, 8, 12 months, maybe they can get all this fixed and add in some of the presentation that's missing and all that fun stuff. And maybe it'll be fine. So, yeah, if this looks interesting to you, make sure you keep an eye on it. See if they fix some of the issues, and yeah, we'll have to come back and see if it's really worth playing in a year from now. But yeah, we'll see. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Blood Bowl 3. Yeah, unfortunately, a little bit disappointing. But I'm still enjoying it, even though it's got some problems. For those who are watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And we'll see you in the next one.